Hello students, welcome to the next lecture of the digital signal processing. Today we are going to discuss one of numerical based on the digital specification of the given filter. Now let's consider the numerical statement. Let's say it is carrying the statement like design a Butterworth low pass filter. So I will just write it in a short letters. So it is BWLPF, that is Butterworth low pass filter, which is satisfying following conditions. So the conditions are satisfying, let me write it, satisfying conditions. So these are the conditions. Let's say the condition first one is the range is provided, that is 0.8 less than equal to mod of h of e raised to j omega, it is less than equal to 1, but for the range when 0 less than equal to omega less than equal to 0.2 pi. Now for the second case, when h of e raised to j omega, that is less than equal to 0.2. So for this second case it is 0.6 pi less than equal to omega less than equal to pi. So overall range for the omega is from 0 to pi, that is what we expect. This is 0.6 pi. So let's consider for this case, since it is let's say asked by using the BLT method, we can proceed at the last for converting h of s into the h of z, or the second thing is ohm to convert or omega to convert into the ohm. So we will discuss it with the help of what exactly this 0.8 and 0.2. So for discussing this as well as what exactly these values, so let's consider the graph which is for h of ohm versus ohm. Right now I will just consider it as a h of omega versus omega. So here the low pass filter is provided. So this is what the response for the low pass filter. It is passing the low frequencies and the higher frequencies will be blocked. So this is the point where the AP comes in the picture. So that is nothing but the passband attenuation which we have seen. So corresponding to AP, the next point which we are in a interest, that is nothing but, okay, let me write here, this is omega. So this is nothing but the omega P. Now once we got, let's say, the value for AP, so in our case the AP is nothing but 0.8, this value is nothing but 1, which is typically when the flat surface is obtained, it is obviously 1. Now the value for related omega C, that is nothing but at the 1 by root 2 point, so it is nothing but omega C, that is the cutoff frequency. At the next point where exactly we will see the point which we will get, that is nothing but the omega S, that is stop band attenuation. So for our case it is nothing but given by the value 0.2, so it is nothing but 0.2. so this is what the stop band attenuation. Now with respect to this, the values with respect to AP, that is omega P, so what is this? This is nothing but 0.8 to 1, so this is 0.8 to 1, this particular range. So obviously for this range 0 to 0.2 pi, it means obviously 0 to 0.2 pi. So this frequency will be nothing but 0.2 pi, which is corresponding to the AP. Similarly omega S, from this it is nothing but 0.6 pi. So from this particular given data, we should be able to grab the important information with respect to the graph. Now once we got the AP, that is 0.8, AS, that is 0.2. now remember these values are not in dB, but rather it is the plain value. Similarly omega P is nothing but 0.2 pi and omega S is nothing but 0.6 pi. Now once we got these values, we will proceed to solve further numerical based on the values of omega P and omega S. Now for solving the ultimate equation for h of s, what is that h of s equation? If you just able to recall, It is nothing but the equation which is giving this kind of format. H of s is equal to ohm c raised to n s minus s1 s minus s1 star, or this may be written as s minus p1 into s minus p2, likewise till the existence. Okay, so here we need to obtain ohm c as well as the capital N. So let's obtain it with next calculations. So we will go first of all to obtain the ohm c or the n, but for getting the value of n, that is the order of the filter, it is obviously need that we need to get ASAP, which is already over there, but we need to get the ohm s and ohm p. But right now the omega p and omega s is available with us. So let's calculate first of all ohm s and ohm p from the given data. So in the next step we can say, for the next step, as we know in case of the BLT, it is asked in the statement to go for the BLT. So ohm is nothing but 2 by Ts tan omega by 2. So since we need to calculate ohm s, so it will be ohm s is equal to 2 by Ts. Ts, let's assume that it is equal to 1. 1 second, this is what the assumption, let's assume it. So this is what we just assume. So 2 by 1 it is 2, so tan omega s by 2. So let's put the value of omega s as a 0.6. So this is how the ohm s can be calculated as 2 tan 0.6 pi by 2. So it is giving the value as a 2.75. So this is how value of ohm s is calculated. Now the next value is to calculate ohm p. It is 2 tan omega p by 2. So what is omega p? It is nothing but the value 0.2 pi. So from this ohm p can be easily calculated. It is 2 tan omega p by 2. So that is 0.2 by 2 means 0.1 pi. So it will be nothing but the value 0.65. So this is how the ohm p is calculated. Once we got ohm s and ohm p, it means almost the half of the task for finding the capital N is done. So let's see what is the value for capital N, that is the order of the filter. So in the next step we can calculate the order of the filter. So that is capital N is equal to what? The formula which is well suitable, that is 1 by 2, let's say it is log 1 upon AS square minus 1 divided by 1 upon AP square minus 1. This is what the entire log, divided by log of ohm s by ohm p. This is what the formula for the order of the filter. Now once this is quite clear, then let's put the values directly. So here AS and AP are nothing but the values, that is 0.2 and 0.8 respectively. Just put the same values in the expression. Similarly ohm s and ohm p are nothing but 2.75 and 0.65 respectively. So by putting the value, it will become like 1 by 2 log 1 upon AS square minus 1. So it will give the value, that is 24. Similarly 1 upon AP square minus 1, it will give the value 0.5625. So this is 0.5625 divided by, or let me write it here itself, divided by log 2.75 by 0.65. After doing this, it will give the value, that is nothing but 1.3. Now this 1.3 cannot be the order of any filter, so we will approximate it to 2. So this is how the capital N will be 2. So in the further solving of the numerical, we will just assume that the capital N is nothing but the 2. So once we got it, let's proceed to calculate the next values. So once ohm C is to be obtained, then we can proceed to get the further values. So this is how the in the numerical we obtain the capital N, that is nothing but equal to the value 2. Now once we got the capital N, let's proceed for the next value, that is nothing but calculation of ohm C. So how to get the ohm C? For that one we need to have the equation. Let's have the equation, that is in terms of the Ohm P and AP. So Ohm P by 1 upon AP square minus 1 raised to 1 by 2n. This is what the equation. So Ohm P is nothing but 0.65 divided by 1 upon 0.8 square minus 1 raised to 1 by 2n. 2 into 2, that is 4. So 1 by 4 means it is 0.25. So this will give ultimately 0.75. So by solving, we are getting the value of Ohm C as a 0.75. This is what the third stage we can say. Now once we got the Ohm C, let's proceed to calculate the poles. So poles are given by the formula Pk is equal to plus or minus Ohm C e raised to j 2k plus n plus 1 into pi by 2n, where k is ranging from 0 to n minus 1, so it will have only 0 and 1. So let's calculate the first pole, that is P0. So it will be plus or minus 0.75 since Ohm C is 0.75. So e raised to j, k is 0 for the first time since k is assumed over here as a 0, ranging from 0 to n minus 1, that is 2 minus 1, so 0 and 1. So 2 into 0, and this is nothing but 2 plus 1, 3. So 3 pi by 4, that is what the value which we got over here. So 3 pi by 4. So solving it with respect to the value cos 3 pi by 4 plus j sin 3 pi by 4. So it will give the values which are nothing but, let's say after multiplying 0.75, first of all let me write it here, 0.75 minus 0.707, that is nothing but cos 3 pi by 4 plus j 0.707, that is sin 3 pi by 4. Now once it is done, let's multiply with the plus 0.75 first of all into the bracket. So P0 first value is nothing but actually minus 0.53 plus j 0.53, and the second value will be obviously what? For the P0, one may say that it is P0 dash, so it will be 0.53 minus j 0.53. But out of these two values of the poles, the value which will be towards the second or the third quadrant, that will be accepted, and the other value will be simply neglected. So here plus minus coefficient of x and y respectively, this value will be discarded and this value is selected, since this value is nothing but the value which is in, we can say, the second quadrant. Okay, so this is how this value will be selected. Now let's proceed for calculating the P1. So again for P1 it is 0.75, that is value of Ohm C e raised to j. This time it will be 5 pi by 4 because k is equal to 1. Now let's multiply it again. So it will be plus or minus 0.75. Cos 5 pi by 4 is nothing but minus 0.707. This is nothing but minus j 0.707, that is sin 5 pi by 4. Now once this is done, we can easily obtain by multiplying it to the inner term of the bracket. So it will be minus 0.53 minus j 0.53. This is what the first pole, we can say P1, and let's say the second pole is P1 dash, that is 0.53 plus j 0.53. So here what is happening, again just cross check these two terms. So minus minus means this can be considered, P1 is considered, but plus plus, this is in the first quadrant, this particular term, so it will be discarded. So only these two poles will be considered. So if you just verify it properly, you will find that these are the conjugate of each other. It means that we can assume this particular pole as a S1, let's say this is S1, and this as a S1 star because it is the conjugate of the S1. Now once we found the stable poles for the filter, then obviously we can write down the h of s, that is the transfer function for this particular stable filter. So that can be written with the help of the statement which already we have seen, and that statement is what? H of s is equal to Ohm C, that is 0.75 raised to n, means it is to order of the filter, which we got as a 1.3, but we approximated it to 2. So S minus, it will be S1. So let's assume this as a S1. So minus means it is 0.353 minus j 0.53 into S minus, means this is again plus 0.53 plus j 0.53. This is how this S minus S1 star will be completed. So this is nothing but actually the H of S. Actually we can complete the job at this stage itself by putting the value, by converting actually this H of S into H of Z. So how to convert it? Just by using the simple expression S is equal to 2 by Ts. So Ts is assumed as a 1. So 2 by 1 Z minus 1 by Z plus 1, since it is asked to use the BLT method. So just by putting or replacing S with this term, it will give the H of Z. So on solving this further, we can just obtain H of Z by putting the value for S as a 2 into Z minus 1 by Z plus 1. So this is finally actually giving us the value, which is somewhat, let me write it, Z plus 1 after simplification. So this is the final value which is after simplification. So you can try it and solve it and cross check whether you are getting the same value or not. So this is nothing but the final answer which we expected for H of Z, and that is how we designed the required filter, that is the digital filter. So here the point to be noted is we converted first of all the given digital specification into the analog, then we found the stable poles which are responsible for designing the stable filter, analog filter, then we converted that one into the stable digital filter by replacing the value of S with the appropriate method. Right now it is BLT method. So this is all about the numerical based on the low pass Butterworth filter without the digital specification as well as with digital specification. So thank you everyone, thank you very much.